Welcome to Pin and Reel, where we discuss comic books, movies, books, and more. I'm your host, Uncle Joel. Let's get into it. East of West Volume 1 introduced us to this vast, complex world and many of the characters found therein. Volume 2 continues where Volume 1 left off, adding depth to the characters, conflicts, and corruption. Whereas most books are interested in developing their worlds as they go, East of West begins in the middle of a vast, fully realized world with intricate moving parts. This series can be daunting, like coming into the middle of a chess match between two masters, but it's all the more rewarding for it. Take, for instance, the development of Ezra, scion of the Horsemen, servant of the Message. He initially comes across as a supporting character, and in truth, he may well still be. But here, Hickman delves into Ezra's past, and in doing so, develops the history of the White Tower, gives us a look at the Four Horsemen when they were united in times past, as well as a glimpse of the early years of a religion, and the way the Horsemen relate to it. It is a masterful feat of storytelling, weaving so many different aspects together into one short chapter in such a cohesive manner. Supplementing these flashbacks are some very interesting visual cues. Any event taking place in the past has a slightly muted color palette, as though seen through a sepia filter, every color slightly dulled. And also of note is the fact that the Horsemen were all adults in the past, yet are children in the present, except for Death. Did they die and then resurrect at the beginning of the series, and Death somehow missed out because he wasn't with them? Did Death kill them all in some time past in hopes of thwarting the apocalypse? When the difference is noticed, it introduces many different questions, furthering the intrigue for the series. And that is perhaps the greatest aspect of the world that Hickman and Dragotta build here. Yes, it is a very diverse landscape, with many factions, magic, advanced technology, straddling multiple genres, and doing all of this with great success. But even more impressive is the grand sense of history present here. These are characters with pasts as interesting as their present and where they are going. This is a world that has seen many trials, developments, and upheaval. It feels real, lived in. Through all of this, the story is almost the least interesting aspect, yet is itself no slouch. Hickman weaves a delicate tapestry with political maneuvering, shifting allegiances, and hidden motivations. It's almost a bit too much to follow, with so many freshly introduced characters all playing their cards close to the chest, creating the sense that anyone could betray their comrades at any given moment, but you're never quite certain that they will. And you're never really sure that they won't. It seems as though Hickman must have had a complicated series of charts and maps in order to keep track of all the different factions and their motivations, and the reader almost needs to as well in order to follow everything that's going on. It's a lot to take in, the sort of storytelling that is best supplemented by a primary antagonist with clear motivations. Cue Death. On the hunt for his son. He doesn't care about all of the political games, prophecies, religion, none of it. His singular focus is to find his son, believed to be the beast of the apocalypse. This creates an interesting dichotomy. The direct nature of the storytelling here, when juxtaposed against that of the political and religious tales being weaved in the rest of the book. And it conjures interesting imagery and symbolism. Death is relentless. Death does not care for the things with which this world is concerned. Death will have its way. this volume introduces more horrific imagery and strange creatures, deeper magic and greater lore, an ever-growing cast, each with their own secrets and hidden motivations. And even the child, the beast, a boy in captivity, is revealed to have secrets of his own. If you're not interested by this point, then East of West simply is not for you. But if you've been drawn in by the sheer magnitude of Hickman's world building, the diverse cast of characters, strange and exciting story, as well as Dragoda's increasingly impressive art, then the questions are many and the road ahead is full of potential. Bring on Volume 3. Be sure to help me out by hitting like and subscribe. Leave a comment to let me know your thoughts. And until next time, this is Uncle Joel saying, stay tangible.